friends, it's Julie. Welcome back to 15-minute stream of consciousness on each of the 12 zodiac signs. I just did Gemini and now it's bedtime, and Gemini is a lot of fast-moving energy to do before bed, so I figured I would end on Pisces and Neptune. This is about the archetype of Pisces and Neptune, not necessarily the Pisces sun. So, where to begin, where to end? Let's start at the ocean, the infinite vast sea of expanse. Pisces, the water sign, the last sign of the zodiac, culmination and dissolution of all signs. The fog, the mist rising off of the hot spring as we get into it and melts. Boundaryless oneness, Neptune, the goddess. Infinite love, illusion, disillusionment, idealization, and truth, all of it. At the height of Pisces is enlightenment, transcendence, the beyond the physical limitations, the human comprehension, beyond the ego identity, beyond the differences between you and me, out there in the field. There's some Rumi poem I started drifting off into. And in its shadow, the Pisces can be trying to go for enlightenment, but is actually just trying to escape the physical. Can go down there with Scorpio into the realms of addiction, trying to lose myself because it just feels everything. It feels so much. It's the water sign. It's so empathic. It's so compassionate. That Neptune is infinitely giving. It's the Empress, the divine mother goddess. What more can I give to you? I don't even have any substance of my own. I just want to be of service to you and humanity because I just care. I just care and care and care. I'm the Bodhisattva. I'm here to serve. I'm here to transcend any unimportant need or want or lamenting or hedonistic distraction of mine in order to give to you, Pisces. The feet, the fish, spirituality, meditation. It's really a sensation. If I'm hesitating at all to speak, it's because there's this sensation. The sensation of drifting off into sleep, or that sensation of the moment after you realize that you have achieved a state of meditation, and all of the swirling and subtle sensation and psychic interpretation, and it's psychedelic and unreal and surreal and more real than anything. It's what's more important than anything. It's that deep, deep, deep sense of returning home to oneness, to stillness, deep, deep peace, bliss, ecstasy. It's what we've been seeking for all along, and now we can finally just rest and melt. It's beyond the dream realm. It's ultimate, what's that word? Reverie, respite, acquiescence. That's not the right word. Yeah, Pisces. It's confusing. It's confusing to not have any boundaries. and it's the liminal, like what dimension am I even in? It can be kind of schizophrenic because the dimensions don't have boundaries like they do for what would be considered a conventionally normal mind. The dimensions themselves don't have boundaries, and the line between what is projected from my own imagination and what I'm seeing around me is blurry, because isn't that how it really is? And maybe too much LSD has shown me reality so much that it's not fully integrated. Or maybe it's fully integrated and I understand everything now. And I am everything. And what else is there to do but serve you, really? Because you're this part of me that thinks that there's something that needs to be done. Something like that, right? What can be said about Pisces? It's the nameless, the formless. It's the object of non-duality. It's the object of non-dual philosophy, and what can really be said about that other than poetry and dance and music and feeling, really speaking through feeling, speaking through movement and feeling and emotions, especially grieving. So much feeling, so much empathy, so much to let go of, so much to release, and releasing my entire life. At the end of this lifetime, releasing my body, all that I thought was mine, and kind of just living in this state of surrender. And that's really more of a home base for a Pisces, is this state of unknowingness, undefinition, and Neptune is the god of the ocean, right? The vast, vast, like just contemplating the ocean, how big it is relative to my tiny human container of identity and stories. My whole lifetime, my whole everything I've created. What is that? All that you and everything under the sun is eclipsed. Singing Pink Floyd. By the moon, which is pulled by the tides of the sea. And what is you and me anyway? And we already talked about that, but the drifting between realms, the yoga nidra, where I am suspended between a state of conventional orientedness into 3D reality and all the Gemini things that I'm getting done. And actually Virgo, let's go with all the Virgo things I'm getting done, because that's a polarity point to Pisces. Ha ha ha, Virgo super focused. I'm laughing because it's so polar. Yeah, because Virgo just has so much it needs to get done and take care of. I mean, they're both of service. The Virgo Pisces axis is like the axis of healing and being of service. But back into melting, really, because the boundaries between this 3D reality and what holds together all the things I need to get done, and the dream realm is just so thin when it comes down to it. That veil is just ever thinner and thinner and thinner. And it's really magnificent and incredible. And when, like, what is the mind? What is this 3D world anyway but a projection of my mind? Isn't it? Isn't it all a dream? That's what they teach in the Tibetan dream yogas, is that this is all a dream too, right? think back to 5 years ago, or 10 years ago, or 30 years ago. Was that the same person I am now? And it's all in flux. It's all anicca. It's all arising and passing away, arising and passing away, new each moment. What is the stream of continuity but an illusion? And the question again with the schizophrenia, the question again of going, it's like, what is real? This question of what is real anyway. This is like the question, I feel. What is real? What is real? This feels like the quintessential Pisces Neptune question to me in this moment. Is, if I can discern what reality is, that's enlightenment. And then the question of illusion comes in, and disillusionment and confusion, because when I'm aware that this is all a dream, it's so malleable. When I'm lucid dreaming, I have all of the entirety of the world and my own being and my own thoughts. It's all entirely malleable in the lucid dream realm. And when I'm aware as a Qigong master, awake in this 3D world, that this is all a dream, it's all malleable. And when I am aligned with the creative energy that I'm made out of, and that this whole universe is made out of, the substance of mind, the divine substance of mind, not the mercurial mind that's touching on the human physical level, the mercurial mind, the Gemini mind, the Virgo mind that contracts us into this limited, focused human experience. When I can step back to the state of disillusion, dissolving into thin air, because what am I really made out of anyway? What is any of this but a dream? And even if I'm not able to articulate in words really the essence of Pisces, how cool does it feel to just step back and think about all this, to hit up against those barriers of the mercurial mind, and to intuit that there's beyond mercurial mind. The intuition, that felt sense, that is what I am more than anything I could ever know or ration or reason or understand with my mercurial mind. But how do I know whether it's intuition or projection, whether it's clarity or distortion, whether it's insight or projection? How can I tell where this image is coming from? Am I half asleep? Am I spun out? Am I asleep and in a dream right now? Is what I am seeing 3D physical objects all around me? How can I tell where it's coming from? Is it coming from fear that I'm projecting onto you, and I'm not trusting you, and I'm scared of you because I have a story about you that is distorted? Or is it coming from love, adoration, selfless service, sacrifice? Forget about me. I'm not even really this body. I forgot to eat. It's not even me, said Pisces. Like, of course, with the Virgo polarity point, it does remember to take care of itself. It needs to take care of itself. There's the balancing point. The Virgo is the Mercury taking care of the body, taking care of this physical vessel, valuing it, feeding it good food and stuff. And that Neptune is beyond it and aware that there's so much more. And on that note, I have just about put myself to sleep. So, if you'd like a reading, check out the description box below for my email address, prismclouds@gmail.com. I do natal chart readings, astral relocation, astral cartography, synastry readings. And check out my website in the description box below. Sweet dreams.